That's the 7th time they've met. We want an 8th. We want a rematch. We want it at a weight that they can both make comfortably.
This is Jonathan Agger of Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Adam Smith, Head of Broadcasting at GBM Sports. We're here at GBM Media Day, ahead of May 24th at York Hall. Adam, talk us through the card, first of all.
Yeah, it's fantastic to be bringing GBM Sports to London. A wonderful night in Sheffield with Shaq Thompson, Kieran Malloy, Tiernan Bradley, Hughie Fury coming back after so long. Fantastic women's fight, wasn't it, with Nicola and Gemma, Michael King, so many up and down the card. It was crammed, and really looking forward to this one because, as he said, we're taking it on the road. We're going to the capital, and we're going to have another absolutely fantastic card night where you don't know who's going to win some of the fights. There's young prospects, there's different characters, there's big punchers, there's unknowns, there's ones that you may have heard of, there's the bigger names as well. Some fantastic stories. I'm particularly looking forward to Naraldo, who we look after at Summit. He's an Albanian, going to be based in Britain largely, who's 14-0 with 11 knockouts. He's a terrific backstory, a great character. He'll have a fantastic following through his career, and we're delighted to be working with him at Summit. Just you wait to see him at York Hall. He's just one of many on the night. It's going to be a wonderful night. Michael King back after his terrific performance. You've got Jack Daly, terrific to see him out. You've got fantastic Razor Ali, Lennox Lithgow. What a wonderful fight. 9-0, both of them meeting. The women's fight with Tyson and Stevie. I think they've sparred together before. I think they're just going to come at each other. It's going to be brilliant. The Casey Benjamin main fight. It's great. Stacked, start to finish. It's just a great night to be at, and it's going to be entertainment all the way. I think that's what GBM's all about. It's about making sure that there's just something all night long. There's not a breath. You always have action. Sometimes you don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes you think something's going to happen. Knockouts are plenty. Good 8-rounders, 10-rounders. Sometimes an upset. Kieran Malloy going down with that body shot. Never thought that would happen. All sorts happening on the GBM cards. That's what we love. We're going to be going to the Midlands again after that. Hopefully over the Irish Sea as well. So it's going to be constant. But I think it's really important. London calling, very important to get this one right and turn York Hall. We wanted to come to York Hall because it is the home, and I don't think he could have gone to London without going to York Hall first and foremost, but he wants to transform it. We want to make it something really memorable as well. Inside York Hall as it's never been seen before. So York Hall by tradition, but GBM with the high production values, something different. What won't be different, well, it'll be excitement all the way.
That's May 24th, live on Talk Sport, so yeah, that's going to be a good night. Just switching away from this for a minute, Ryan Garcia, have to get your opinion on the shock of Saturday night. What did you make of that?
Well, we commentated on it. We went from Sheffield, Spencer Oliver and I, down to Talk Sport Studios, and we went back on air at 4 a.m. We did the Sean McComb fight. To us, we were only commentating off a monitor. It looked like he was robbed blind. Then we went into the big one. What an unbelievable fight. Garcia looked like almost every time he came out with that left hook, but it was so sporadic. Only times he came in, and then Devin Haney seemed to sort of get control of the fight again. Then boom, he was down. It looked like the fight might be over. The referee sort of taking his time. Devin, unbelievably courageous. Garcia, unbelievable power and speed. And then for us in the 11th round, the feed went down at TalkSport Towers. So we lost the TV. The BT Tower feed was lost. So Spencer and I were unsure of what was going on. We got it back for the result. What an unbelievable fight it was. Ryan Garcia, incredible the way that he, after all that build-up, then put on a performance like that. But it was strange because it wasn't like sustained. It was like he was holding off at times, and then almost like when he wanted to sort of attack, he did. Devin had a wonderful first half of the fight, and then sort of fell apart. And I tell you, hats off to both of them. Devin's courage, first defeat. Maybe the weight had something to do do with it, but take nothing away from what Ryan Garcia did. Did he fool us? Was it all antics, that it was all meant to be a show, or were there some unsettling things in that build-up? The string quartet on the night, everything was just bizarre and weird. But the fans loved it. It was a great fight and a bizarre spectacle. Ryan Garcia wins. Fantastic for boxing. That's the 7th time they've met. We want an 8th. We want a rematch. We want it at a weight that they can both make comfortably. We want to get them back in the ring, don't we? It was terrific.
Yeah, I mean, no one saw that one coming.
No.
Just moving away from this, Oleksandr Usyk's promoter, Alex Krasuk, made some comments recently saying he's still unsure whether Fury makes it to the ring on May 18th. Can you understand his concerns, or do you feel like, you know, Fury's done the press conference, we're only a few weeks out now, he is going to make it to that ring on May 18th?
The fight will happen on May the 18th. He got cut before, has to take time out, the cut has to heal. I saw him a week and a half ago. He looked in amazing shape, both mentally and physically. Mentally so important too, because when Tyson's on it, he's on it. And he was listing off huge sort of boxing fights over the years, where the big guy beats the little guy, the cruiser and the heavyweights and all this sort of stuff. And I was thinking, he's right on it now. He looked great. I'm not with him every day, but from what I can see, Tyson Fury is going to be there and going to be absolutely right on May the 18th. So yeah, there's always going to be the back and forth from the two sides, Team Usyk, Team Fury. I think that the time will come. May the 18th, we're going to get the undisputed, all the marbles on the line, including more belts that they brought out, I think. Fantastic for boxing. Tyson Fury will fight Oleksandr Usyk. I don't have any doubt about that. I think it's got to happen this time on May the 18th. You never know. In sparring, something could go wrong with either of them. There is still time, but it's getting closer. And I think after last time and the wait and the disappointment, I think this time it will happen. It tends to, if you do get a postponement, everything is right on the night when it does. I think that it will take place in Riyadh on May the 18th. The world will stop. Boxing will be the headlines everywhere, and Fury and Usyk will get it on. So it's probably just still a little bit of kidology. I know that Oleksandr will be in the shape of his life. I know that Tyson, from what I saw, will be in absolutely the shape of his life. And may the best heavyweight win. Tyson has the advantage of the size, maybe even the experience, certainly the natural heavyweight. Oleksandr, an amazing amateur, an incredible cruiserweight, unified world champion, incredible heavyweight champion. Can he do it against the best of the era in Tyson Fury? That's what's still to be ascertained. He's got the skills, he's got the southpaw rhythm, he's got all of it, but can he deal with the great big guy if the great big guy is absolutely on song? That's the mystery and intrigue in this one. I cannot wait, you cannot wait, it will happen.
And just finally, we have another big fight coming up June 1st, Artur Beterbiev against Dmitry Bivol. A lot of people can't call this fight, Adam. I know you would have watched Bivol up close during lockdown behind closed doors against Craig Richards. That seems ages away now, but yeah, talk to us through that fight and how'd you see it going?
Yeah, I followed both of their careers obviously all the way through, and Beterbiev, I was there in Chicago when he boxed Callum Johnson, and look, I've seen they're both amazing fighters. It's a great fight. It's one of the best fights to be made. You look at Haney, Garcia, you look at the awesome show that the Saudis have done on August the 3rd. You look at the 5v5. You look at obviously Fury Usyk. But I think certainly in trade boxing terms, that fight, Bivol and Beterbiev, has got everything. Do I lean slightly towards one? It may be Bivol on this, maybe slightly. But then Beterbiev boxed so well against Callum Smith that he can turn it on. He's not just an aggressive powerhouse. He can box beautifully as well. And Bivol is a wonderful technician. He's not got the power of Beterbiev, but he has got the skills. And it's going to be so tight. I think it's a wonderful fight. Another one, May the 18th, June the 1st. And then we haven't even talked about the British ones, not just our shows, the GBM shows, but Lauren Price going for a world world title May the 11th. You've got the recently announced Riakporhe Billum Smith fight on June the 15th. In the middle of that, you've got Catterall and Taylor too. It's all happening at the moment, and it's just wonderful to see. British boxing's buzzing. Everything in Saudi's happening. Saudi now going global. It's fantastic. And I think where we were, just a year ago to where we are now, and the opportunities that not just the heavyweights now, but the likes of Bivol and Beterbiev, the 5v5, the Terence Crawfords, finally the pound for pound best fighter in the world is getting the big money and the recognition and everything as well, which is what we want to see. Ryan Garcia, that now with the generation that he brings in, has there been a better time in recent years for boxing? I don't know. Can wind back the clock and talk about the great times in the past, but we're in the present. It's pretty good, isn't it, at the moment?